So welcome everybody. So nice to see you all again. So the king inside me is greeting the queens and the kings inside you. Sovereignty. We're going to talk a little bit about sovereignty. And as a non-dual quality. And that means that sovereignty is one of the qualities which is always there in the background of ourselves. And what is sovereignty? Of course, when you look into it, it has something to do with ruling. And being a king or being a queen. And of course, in the first instance, again, when you look to the whole process of inner growth, it's so much connected with the opening and the development of the crown chakra. The crown chakra, which opens and develops itself on the hand of all the other chakras. And when the crown chakra opens, this is a special moment in the whole process of inner growth. So often then when we meditate, we get the feeling that we really are wearing a crown. And we get this kind of royal feeling, which is in itself a beautiful experience. That doesn't mean that you are the king. It's not about identification. It's about a very special energy which opens up. A channel which opens up. A channel which so much has to do with being of service. It's often when this is opening up that at the same moment there is a deep understanding between the difference or between wants and needs. What do you want and what is really needed? Not only towards yourself, but also towards others. What does the other want and what does the other really need? And then the quality of sovereignty becomes very, very important. Because, what the other really needs, we are of service to this as much as we are of service to our own needs, not to the wants. So when this channel is opening, often what is also opening is a very deep connection with the heart chakra, in which we kind of become aware of the unconditional love which is part of all of us. The unconditional care which is part of all of us. And in this opening of the heart chakra, all the senses are in a way opening up as well, are changing a little bit. Colors get very, very intense and alive. We are able to kind of, in the depth, experience the beauty of this planet, of everything around ourselves. Also, this is awakening. Our hearing is opening up in a way that we are not kind of, when we listen to music, we are not only listening to the music, but we're literally experiencing music, experiencing the voice of another person. So basically, all our senses are coming alive. Our smell, our taste, and our touch. So in what way is our touch coming alive when this quality is opening? So our touch is coming alive in a way that, we not only kind of grab the other person or touch the other person, with our own agenda, but we touch the other person with sensitivity. We touch the other person with a sensitivity in which we feel the need of the other person. So basically, it's a very deep opening of ourselves. And in this opening, automatically the non-dual quality of empathy is coming forward. Of compassion is coming forward. Of connection is coming forward. But not connection in a way that we are needy in it or we have to connect. But connection as a giving free. It's there. We are connected if we want it or not. So, in the depth, it is an amazing quality. It brings us alive. It brings us to our own center. It opens us up for beauty. And it brings us into experiences of deep connection, unity, care, and love. Totally natural to us. It seems that I'm frozen. Can you still hear me? Yes, everything okay? Okay. Then it's only on my laptop that Zoom is frozen, but you, that is great. So I hope it will hold and it will not close down at a certain moment because I get a little bit nervous. And getting nervous, I maybe lose my sovereignty. Which is not possible because I just told it's always there.
Just
so
the
of course,
frozen king.
The frozen king, exactly.
Your picture is frozen, but not the voice.
Okay, great. That was Georgie telling me that my picture was frozen, but not the voice, which is very friendly. So all of you are not frozen, which is nice. So when we look to the depth of what sovereignty means towards yourself, kingship is meaning towards yourself. So there is a kind of control, an openness. There is a control over your emotions, your feelings, and your thoughts. And what is control? Control doesn't mean that you repress or suppress. Control means that you're able to contain. You don't lose yourself so easily in your emotions, your feelings, or your thoughts anymore. There is not so much grasping and aversion going on. We come into a state that it is what it is, with a deep understanding what is needed from moment to moment. And that brings us also into the whole area of wisdom. So when the crown is opening and we move into this quality of sovereignty, then it also opens a channel to insight, wisdom, It's like at once other sources of knowledge are available for you. Another way of responding to the people around you, to the world, and to your own emotions, feelings, and thoughts is possible. So, what I told before is that the crown chakra opens itself on the hand of all the other chakras. If all the other chakras are more or less active and aligned in harmony, then there is enough vitality which is moving through the chakras to open up the crown chakra. So, and at the same time, for all of us, this quality is there and is available. It's maybe not totally incarnated yet, but it is there and it is available. And what happens when sovereignty
Okay, it looks like it crashed for now. He'll be back in a moment. Wait a second. Yeah. So probably now Bart is panicking to get his internet connection sorted out again. So from what I could tell of what Bart was telling so far, his inspiration was that with the opening of the crown, there can be an experience like the placing of a crown of light on the head. This is connected with the opening of the crown chakra, the opening to where often there's a ceiling. Like we live inside a flat world with a flat ceiling. And then an incarnation movement begins. So there is a clarity of mind. It comes down to the heart, where there is the perception of beauty. And colors become brighter, sounds become more refined and enriching. And then through to the solar plexus, where there's a sense of connection with all things, all beings of the domain, of the realm, of the dominion. And then down into the deeper areas of the pelvic and the root chakra. And the root chakra is perhaps the place which is, when it's contracted, we get into a kind of sovereignty complex, like a feeling of starvation, like there's no time and no space, and we have to defend our realm, our dominion. And that's where we move into these beautiful disorders of narcissism and sycophancy. A sycophant is somebody who's flattering and pleasing the guy who he perceives as the center of power, or she perceives, like who is sticking close and being like their kind of sidekick to the narcissist, who is basically saying, look at me, I want to own the domain, I want to control the dimension, I want to be superior, I want to have time, space to exist. So at this moment, I'm going to get Bart to come and sit in my place, because in that way he for sure has a camera. So just bear with me for 1 second.
Oi, oi, oi. I was just going on talking, and Georgie came to me and she said, you're talking completely in yourself. And it is very difficult when everybody is frozen and I'm frozen as well. So I have no idea if you hear me or not. So we were talking, if I'm right, what Georgie said, about narcissism and sycophancy. And that, when the quality of sovereignty is blocked, is frustrated, and this is often happening when it is already partly awake inside you, or it is awoken partly, then instead of the surface, which is part of this kingship or queenship, to the whole, is kind of changing into a surface towards the personality. So the connection with the deeper layer, which is behind the personality, the essence or the true nature, gets lost. It gets lost in a way, not that all the channels are closed. It gets lost in a way that there is no identification, no recognition of something which is higher as yourself. And when you're more connected with your own sovereignty, with this quality, it's immediately also a connection with something which is bigger as you are. And that brings forward the understanding of what is needed for the whole, not what the person wants. So when this is blocked, we kind of fall back to what the person wants. And the personality becomes the highest what there is. So we are in service of the person and often in service of the own person. And of course, when we look to the other side, this is also when we kind of lost the connection with this quality. We start to please especially the narcissist, the sycophant, who bows for the narcissist, who bows for the power and the strength which is often there in the narcissist, for the false god which is there. So right now, we are living in an age where narcissism is coming forward more and more and more. And where we kind of, seem to vote for people who are quite narcissistic. So that means also that in our development, we are coming to a point where we start to open up the crown chakra as humanity, where there is a possibility to kind of, to move into sovereignty, to move in this stage where we start to open up our senses, where we become more aware of what is needed, where we are able to recognize each other by our talents and qualities. So it is a hurdle. It's a hurdle we need to take, a hurdle of very deep pain, connected with being the king or the queen over your own life, over yourself. So often connected with not being recognized, not being seen, having no right to exist. All of this works through on the crown chakra. Losing connection with everything which is bigger or higher of ourselves. Losing trust in it. Losing connection with the deeper beliefs which are there. Moving into a situation where the personality is king, God, and everything. And of course, moving like this, a very deep suffering will come forward. But again, if we are able to move through this suffering and are able at a certain moment to open up to that what is higher as we are, or open up to what is really needed, not what we want, there will be a switch. And this is exactly where we are, but I think, in our human evolution right now. So I keep it like this, and we have a 5-minute break, and then I hope that my laptop is working again. And after that, there will be a beautiful guided meditation from Georgi. What do I need to do? I don't know how it works with your thing.
Okay. So let's come back together again to explore this quality of sovereignty a little bit. But first, the sovereignty in us greets the sovereignty in you. So let's take a throne where it's comfortable to sit or lie. At our pleasure. And as we close our eyes and begin to relax the body, let's see if we can connect just for a moment to that quality of sovereignty, that vibration of sovereignty. We're opening up to the sense of true sovereignty. And sometimes it's easier to pick up such a quality if you imagine you're an animal which for you really emanates that sense of sovereignty, the king or the queen of their domain, the center of their experience. It could be an animal or a bird or a fish or a reptile. Or even a tree. But just replace yourself in that form to allow the conditions to feel this natural kind of sovereignty. Perhaps you can notice how it feels to be inside the skin of this animal. How the skin surface feels in relation to the environment. Just let yourself settle into the body of this animal, which is in its full sovereignty. Maybe for a moment you can open up the sense of sound for this animal, letting yourself listen in a sweep of 360 degrees around yourself, listening to the horizons of your domain. Letting your hearing scan a wide circle around yourself. And now as this animal or creature or being, perhaps you can let yourself listen with your whole body now. So the whole body is sensing vibrations moving from the front to the left around the body. Listening with the whole body in a circle around yourself. When you're ready, I'd like you to connect to the feeling ability of this creature, connecting to the heart, in whatever form it takes, and making a feeling connection. Also, in a wide circle through the horizons around yourself. Feeling the atmosphere of the whole kingdom now. In a wide circle around yourself. As you make this circulation around your domain, perhaps you could add to it an intention to serve, a wish to be of service, moving with the feeling now in a wide sweep through the horizons, 360 degrees around yourself. Being available and of service to your domain. We begin to spiral down now to the level of the pelvic, the whole basis, or the root, or the groundedness of whatever this being is. And now we're feeling the physical vibrations, the vibrations of the earth, or the ocean, or the sky, in a wide circle across the surface, 360 degrees, feeling the physical vibrations. Now let yourself circulate all the way around yourself with a sense of sovereignty, moving with sovereignty through all the layers of experience at once, softly allowing this sense of sovereignty as you are here at the center. Slowly let yourself spiral inwards to a comfortable place in the center of yourself. Finding a comfortable throne at the center of ourselves. Being in attendance here and now, we'd like you to open up to the atmosphere of your realm, opening up to the mood of your country. Again, in such a way that you sense in front, to the sides, and behind you. How is your world feeling today? What is being experienced in your world today? Take some time to just witness what's happening in your dominion, letting it have a life of its own as you watch it calmly from the point of view of sovereignty. As you survey the territory of your experience, perhaps there's an area from the past, present, future, in front, behind, to the left, close by, or far away, which is especially drawing your attention now. What's happening there? What is this? Let yourself perceive this situation or this happening through the heart of a sovereign, through the heart of sovereignty. What's needed right here, right now, in this happening? How can you be of service? Which qualities could move through you into this situation? Which qualities could you invite to meet that need? Just allow yourself to surround it with your feeling awareness from a place of sovereignty. Open up to what's needed here in your dominion. How could this experience benefit all of your world? Maybe this experience can benefit all of this world where you are the sovereign. Now, as you feel yourself sitting comfortably within yourself at the center of sovereignty, I'd like you to move to an area above yourself and imagine there is a crown of light. A crown of light opening, which is able to bring any quality in boundless supply through you. Through your head, neck, chest, and physical body, to be offered into this world of yours. All you need to do is allow this stream of light allowing this stream of light to move through you, through your physical body, into the whole territory of the earth, spreading wherever it's needed through the earth. Each time this light is offered, there's more light that comes. Just as this light is available to move through you, everywhere where you are connected, through the whole matrix of light, the whole network of connection. As this light moves through your heart like a blessing from a sovereign towards any area of experience, bringing joy and welcome and blessing to any moment of experience, wherever it's needed. You matter, you matter, you also matter. I hear you, I see you, I touch you. Just as it's shared, so is it becoming more available to be shared throughout your dominion. As little by little you find yourself dissolving into this light of sovereignty, letting yourself swiftly and easily dissolve now into this light. Now it's possible to relax back into whatever's left, relaxing back into your inner world, in the comfort and deep rest of your private domain, disappearing into the deep peace of knowing that all is well. Okay, so at this moment we say thank you for joining us to our dear friends on YouTube. We'll be back again next week, probably broadcasting from Glastonbury Abbey, which is fun. And we'll see you next week.